Hello, everybody. My name is Alexander Perez. This is my final project for CIS 9467. This is creating a budget, getting your life together, how to create a budget and use Solver to keep track of it. So I wanted to do this because I know a lot of people my age probably don't have a budget, or if they do have a budget, they find it really hard to keep track of it and really stay committed. So I wanted to give people a chance to have the ability to really maintain a budget and really stick to it, but also see like on like on a spreadsheet like where it is exactly that their money is going. And in order to do that, you have to have the most accurate information as possible. So you have to find. I had to find out what my students' loans were for this example. So this information for my student loan, these are my actual student loans, by the way. So this is like accurate information. I apparently have 13 student loans that I did not have. Did not was not aware that I had that many. I had to find this information from 3 different websites. The interest rates are all accurate. The balances are all accurate. The minimum payments, because obviously I'm still in school, so some of these have been deferred, and some of them don't have minimum payments yet. So I had to estimate on some of these numbers, and some of the other loans have accurate numbers. But in order for me to have an idea, I had to generate a certain estimate. So for this example, looks like I'll be paying around $765 worth of student loan debt um, with a $80,000 balance. And also, you have to do the same thing with your credit cards. So this may or may not be true, but let's say a person has 5 credit cards. These are the interest payments, which was a lot easier to find out. These are your balances. And these are also the minimum payments. So for $10,000 worth of debt, someone would have to pay $362 a month. We have to remember these are monthly totals in terms of the minimum payments. So these are obligations that we have to pay every month. And the same thing with the student loan. This is a monthly minimum payment. So it looks like this person will have to pay around $1,000 or $1,100 a month just in debt alone. This is one of the most important reasons as to why you should be having a budget to really see where you're at in terms of your finances, but also to get your finances in control and also pay things down, because that way you'll have more money to spend on other things. So this yellow over here, this is just the average pay for an MBA Baruch grad. Since I don't have a job yet, I wouldn't be able to tell you what my expected salary is, but I went to these 3 websites above here. Baruch's information was from 2016 MBA grads. The average of these salaries that these websites got, the average is around $90,000. I thought that was a little too high for an accounting major, so I just estimated hopefully it'll come out of school with $70,000 expected salary. Going to another website, find out that after taxes, the take-home pay is around $2,000. So you double that for your monthly pay, and that's your yearly take-home pay after taxes. It's a little bit under $50,000. But we're rushing along here because the solver takes a lot of time. So we're going to scooch over, and this is a budget for the year. This is your monthly income. The rent through the phone are all accurate numbers, but these are static. I can't change these. I can't spend less than $200 on groceries. I'll starve. If I don't pay my electric bill, they'll cut it off. If I don't pay the internet, I wouldn't be able to upload this project into Blackboard. And the same thing with the phone and everything. People won't be able to contact me. Transportation is also static. I have to be able to get to where I need to go. So that's $121 to the MTA. And the ones in blue are the ones that I am able to take control of. And by that, I mean, even though I have to pay $765 in student loans and around $350 in credit cards, I can always choose to pay more. So I want to keep that option open in terms of having a debt reduction strategy. But for now, these 5 are the variables. These are the ones that I'm going to be able to control. Going out, going on vacation, investing, nonsensical things, literally BS, things that you probably shouldn't be buying, but still are. And miscellaneous is, we can call this savings, we can call this spending it on clothes, going out for a special occasion, buying things for your dog, things like that. But in order to find out what the first month's budget is going to be, we use Solver. So I pre-programmed this already. So I'm changing H20. It cannot be more than what I'm taking home. What I'm changing are the ones in the blue, like I explained. And then I have constraints. So, like I said, for these blues here, the debts, I only have to pay the minimum payment, but I'm always allowed to pay more, and that's all. It's not a bad thing. So that's what all of these constraints say. What we're going to work on now is what my monthly, the projected monthly things that I'm going to be paying in terms of going out. So what you do is you would add, and I'll say that I don't want to spend more than $100 on going out, but I also wouldn't mind spending around $200. So we'll do that. For vacation, I actually really do want to save at least $200, so we'll just make that $200. Investing, I think anything over $200 is a win for this month of January. The BS, I'll try to keep it under $150, but we'll see what happens. And then miscellaneous, we'll just keep miscellaneous. Anything that goes in afterwards is okay. We'll figure out what to do with that later. But at least we know, like, after all these obligations are done, we still have a little bit of money left over. So now that I've added all my constraints, I can solve. And we have a solution. Okay. So here it says, hey, pay more on your credit card. Like I said, it's not a bad thing. It's saying pay more on the first credit card, pay more on your student loans. Going out, you're going to spend $200. Vacation, you're going to save $200. You're going to invest $322. I got a little bit of leeway here. I got another $2.54 in nonsensical things and about $300 in miscellaneous things that I can spend for this month. So this is really helping me right now in terms of keeping a budget, but it's also keeping my long-term goals intact of really paying down this debt reduction, having debt reduction strategy here. But, just as an example to help people, we want to transfer this over to the next month. So I made a second one, and this is for the month of February. So as you can see, the living expenses have all been updated. I made these cells equal living expenses after Solver changed it. So this is what I spent last month. Let's not do that. And this is my default, what I started with to begin with. Every month is different, so I can't just copy all this and just go across and just spend these amounts of money every month, because like I said, every month, this is February, this is Valentine's Day. I like to take my lady out somewhere nice, so the constraints are going to be the same. These things are going to be the minimum payments, but these are the 5 that I can adjust. So let's say for going out, we're going to go out somewhere nice, so I am going to budget in, let's say it's going to be $300 for us to go out. I won't be able to invest today, this month, so we'll put that at 0. Vacation, probably not going to be a lot. I want to be at $100. And the rest is fine. You can split it up any other way that you want. Solver, tell me what to do this month. I have a solution. Let's see what it says. Solver's telling me, hey dude, you should really pay down your student loans. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to invest anything this month. It's not going to be possible since I went out. So I'm going to go out. I'm going to spend $300. Vacations, only going to save $100 for that. Nonsensical stuff is going up. Probably going to have to keep that in check in March. And then for miscellaneous, so these are the monies that I saved. So yeah, Solver's really helping me really keep a budget, really keeping my goals in line, because it's also paying off my highest credit card and my highest student loan. But the last thing I wanted to show everybody is this amortization table. This I wish I could take credit for, but you could really find this online. I'll just show you guys the equations. So my payment's always going to be the same. It has to be at least $156. But you can just pause. You can see how I made this amortization table, just so that you can make one on your own. I just wanted you guys to see the formula, so we're just going to undo that. But here are the amortization tables for all 5 of the credit cards that I have. But the benefit of that is that, yeah, for the first month we paid $156, and then you would just update it and say $200, and then you would just see it update and you would update it based on what Solver is telling you. But that's all the time I have for now. So I'm hoping you guys really learned a lot and can use Solver in order to maintain your own living expenses.